Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm going to be reacting to Jujutsu Kaisen, Season 3, Episode 5. So, thank you to the person who left the comment last week about my confusion in regards to Maki and Mai and how much stronger Maki got after Mai died, and why she didn't have the injury that Ogi left her. But now that I know how all that works, it's just, man, yeah, it adds to the tragedy of the sisters. So I get it now. And so Maki, last episode when she was getting rid of the whole Sennin clan, she was basically Toji level, whereas before she was like at around half of his power, and that's because of the rule in regards to twins with the godly pact, the divine pact. I forget the specific term for it. So yeah, unfortunately the story gives my validation in regards to her feelings. But regardless, like, Maki did not care whatsoever that Mai made her less strong physically. She just wanted to give her sister a place to live where she didn't feel suffocated or, just restrained as to how exactly she should be. Now, we only saw Maki be the one to be like physically abused by Naoya, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mai was as well. But yeah, Naoya, not much of a character, but he's basically the representation of, the Sennin clan's misogyny and the way that they put sorcery above everything. So he works as an idea rather than a fully fledged character. But I think he did his job, I think, in regards to his narrative role. As for Maki and Mai's mom, I went and rewatched the scene where she's telling Maki to not go where all the cursed tools are kept. And she says, we are not allowed there. And I don't think she meant, the family, but rather women are not allowed there, I think, is how I took it. And, in her last moments, she chooses to finish off Naoya. So I think I am right in that she didn't treat Maki and Mai the way she did, just basically do everything that the men in the clan say, and then you'll be alright, basically. Because she actually believed it, but because that was her, best way to survive in that awful environment. And it didn't seem like she was a very good mom, but she was definitely not as a terrible a parent as Ogi Ogi was. She, tried what she could in a very bad situation. And when it came to it at the end, it is telling that she chose to kill Naoya. And with that, you can tell that her true feelings towards the Sending Clan, where they really lied. And it could have also been like, her last attempt to basically help Maki in some way. Her way to say sorry in a way. But it could also have been fully selfish, we don't know. But I like to think that their mother loved them, Maki and Mai, in, in whatever way she could. But yeah, pretty good episode 4. So let's get to this one. We're gonna be meeting Hakari. And yeah. So let's get to it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, panda? Oh yeah, Yaga. Yeah. But he was also sentenced to execution. Oh, it's a Gakuganji. Oh man. Kusakabe. These two were together the whole time in Shibuya. Oh. Yo, the direction so far has been so good. Uh, Kusakabe. Oh, this music? What if it's Gakuganji playing his guitar? Oh my god, it is! Yaga. Oh, he's telling them. Yaga? I'm. I've seen that panel before. The manga panel? That's the context? Oh, Tomokazu Seki as Panda there crying? Well, that got to me a little bit. Man, that was sad. How can I vibe with the song now? Oh, that was so good. And that was all before the opening. I wonder why Hakari is here. Like, what does he need the money for? Exactly like Fight Club. Yuji. Mm? Mm. What if the boss ends up being Hakari? Uh, why are you here? Look at his smile. Oh, there he is. He's voiced by Kasuya Nakai. It does look like he's the boss. Well, this is a cool art style or animation style. Oh, cool. Oh my god, how brutal. Mm. Yo, is he drinking alcohol? How old is he? Then again, he is part of a illegal fight club, so I doubt he cares about drinking when he's not of legal age. So yeah, Kirara is a trans girl. That's so cool. What the hell is he doing? Okay. Okay. He's all about gambling. That's his motto in life. Yeah. Okay. I really like the lighting here. Yeah, the animation with Hakari walking there was so good. Um, Yuji. I can see him sweating from this distance. That, that whole scene was, it was very it just had my full attention the whole time in regards to how the direction makes you be like super focused on the way that Yuji is trying to play Hakari and how Hakari is trying to gauge what he's here for truly and how much he knows. 描かれて引き裂かれて取り去って外の何も怖くないだからさてくれよのまりも苦しくないさあ Cog. Okay. Hmm. Also, I'm assuming that Kirara is a trans girl because of the way that she dresses. But the subtitles have been using they, them for, Kirara's present self. So there's a small chance that Kirara could be non-binary, but I'm like 99%. It's a case of she's a trans woman, but whoever is doing the subtitles is not sure, or don't want to make conclusions and wants to appease to the people who don't see Kirara as a trans woman. So I'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, that scene with Yuji and Hakari, it was really enthralling. I started at like 18, around 18 minutes into the episode. And it's not until like almost 22 minutes in that it breaks. So it's like 4 minutes of just them talking on this fixed I forget the term, but like this fixed like camera angle. And it's so cool. And the most you get out of it, because since the camera is at a fixed angle, then we can't get Hakari and Yuji's expressions from like a close-up. So it's harder to tell whether Hakari is being convinced or if Yuji is doing a good job with his acting based on, based on his face. So we just gotta go on in regards to like the body language and the voice acting. And they did such a good job with that. Like that moment where Hakari just gets up, goes to get the drinks, and sits down again. It's such good character acting, in my opinion. And even when Hakari realizes when Yuji, maybe not exactly his full intentions, but that he is technically from Jujutsu High, the camera still does not move. Only the characters do. It's not until the very last moment, until Hakari grabs Yuji's by the collar, that the camera finally gets into a different angle. And I love that kind of shit. As for what is Hakari's sorcery, or rather cursed ability, hard to say, really. I just saw a bunch of doors appear, and they didn't seem to do anything to Yuji, so... Well, that's because Yuji managed to avoid them. But yeah, that was such a good sequence in regards to like building up tension. Yeah, oh my god, Yuji. When he said like, who is Satoru Gojo? Like, act dumb, but not that dumb. He should have said at the very least, like, oh yeah, he's the strongest sorcerer, right? And I heard that he got sealed. Something along those lines would have at least been better. But yeah, Banda is here, and he's here for the same reasons that Fushiguro and Yuji are, to recruit Hakari to their cause. Also, yeah, Hakari is still a third year, but apparently he repeated a year when he was in middle school. So that doesn't really give me his age. He could be 19, but I don't really know. Either way, he's not old enough to drink, but he doesn't care. And yeah, he has a very big philosophy in regards to gambling. Gambling is life. Everyone gambles if you're alive. And I do like when Yuji points out, like, some people don't actually want to do that. They just want to live peacefully without any kind of risk. But, they end up gambling because society doesn't really give them a chance to do that. Capitalism and all that. Oh no, Hakari's a capitalist. Oh, I will wait to see in what way his philosophy is expanded upon, because it could have started from a reasonable standpoint, and then it grew into what it is now. But yeah, it doesn't seem like a healthy mindset, It sounds more like a crippling addiction to me, but we'll just have to see more in regards to Hakari's character. But yeah, it does seem like gambling, let's say, fires some up. So he's very obsessed with it, and I'm just wondering how are we gonna be able to get through to him. He doesn't seem the type to really care much about saving the world. So yeah, where do you go from here? Yeah, he wants his fight club to be publicly recognized. But I'm hoping, he hopefully can be reasonable. After all, he doesn't seem like the type to, like, force people to gamble if they don't have to. But then again, he's like, well, even if you're not in my fight club, you are still gambling by living, so it's a whole thing. What people hate isn't the gambling, it's losing and being ruined. I guess. So, does he respect people who like gambling, just not with very high stakes on the line? Maybe. Or society throws out those who cannot bet big and those who don't know when to fold. Huh. But he doesn't say anything about, like, okay. But does he do that? He's just another cog in the machine of, society telling you if you weren't born with really good luck and a lot of wealthiness to fall back on, then, you're not needed. That's why I need to know more, basically. But he seems very interesting. Uh, I'm just like, Hakari, what are your thoughts on homeless people, huh? But yeah, oh my goodness, the beginning of the episode? What was it, like the first 6 minutes? It was so good. I know I just spent a lot of time talking about Hakari, but yeah, the ending of the episode was pretty good. But yeah, I feel so bad for Yaga. Like, obviously, he didn't make the cursed puppets. Cursed corpses for, foolish reason, like making an army. But rather, I sense a lot of loneliness from him. And the cursed corpses were really just, his friends and family. I mean, he literally saw Panda as his son. And I like this new bit of depth that we got for Kusakabe as well. You're trying to tell me I can't live in the present if I stand hung up on the dead forever, right? Right, Yaga was just letting him know, I can't actually revive your nephew. This is just someone with what it seemed to be like the memories of him and, like, his base personality. But it's not him. But regardless, it didn't matter for Kusakabe's sister. And Yaga saying this, it didn't really bring him joy to see a family reunited, but rather, as Kusakabe put it, he's just making it harder for them to grieve properly. So he doesn't really take it as a win. And even with something like this, he can't even let Takeru's cursed corpse stay with the mom, because it was supposed to be a secret. So yeah, no wonder Yaga called it a curse. And even then, Kusakabe still thanked him. Even though Yaga didn't want his thanks. Yeah, that's such a good scene. Seeing the way that the cursed corpse basically did all the mannerisms that Takeru did. Oh, that... yeah. Oh, man. And when Yaga says, like, I'm just here to see my son. And he didn't even get to see him. He was killed before Panda even got there. Oh, that's so sad. Also, it's not like I needed to see the fight, but I, just Gakuganji off-screening Yaga feels a little interesting to me. That's all. But yeah, I didn't need to see it. It was more so about Panda finding him and caring more about holding him and hugging him one last time instead of getting caught up in anger and trying to fight Gakuganji when Panda understands that it wasn't personal. It was just the job that Gakuganji was entrusted with, and he just carried it out. That said, that does not make Gakuganji less cruel, He seems like, as we saw from season 1, when he was very much willing to kill Yuji, that he's the type to just execute someone because the Jujutsu higher-ups order it, rather than think about it and try and defy what's been told to him and make his own decisions rather than just being a tool of the system. Yeah, I'm glad that Yaga had someone to cry for him. Like, oh, that... yeah, him crying actually got to me a little bit. Like, Yaga didn't see the cursed corpses as weapons or something like that. They were just his family, that's all. And because of that, he was killed. Ah, man. Well, I think that's all I have to say for this one. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.